Welcome back, Nick Lenz. Comic Corner Classic No Classics. This is episode number 1116 and Doubleshot number 1010. I have one DC trade and one IDW trade. First up, it is Justice Society of America Supertown, which collects issues 44 to 49 of the third volume for the series. First, this is the first of two story arcs. Of course, I've reviewed the second one already. Done by Marc Guggenhim. And artwork is done by Scott Nolans. Unlike Bill Willingham, which was pretty okay, I didn't like the writing, like the whole infighting. This is a heck of a lot better. Yes. Now, I will discuss a little bit more about Guggenheim's run in a minute. Now, this is the start of his run. Now, he doesn't introduce like one new character, the Senator, which also appeared in the very next trade. Yep. This is also the debut of the town Mountain Point. Yep, this storyline is debut. Of course, Guggenhim took over right after Robinson wrapped up his brief few issues he did for the series. He took over issue 44, stayed on into issue 54. Yep. And also, I should point out that both this trade and the following one has Green Lantern on the cover. Yeah, and also has Green Lantern debut a look he would have for pretty much the rest of the series up until its end in 2011. Yeah, they're pretty much like solving the doing some, they basically about terrorists in this town, which are causing a lot of damage, so they do repair it. The thing starts off quite interestingly because apparently they mentioned, the woman who died, she was the deputy mayor who became the mayor, and so the city council elected Jay Garrick as a new mayor, which, that's interesting, a superhero who's mayor of a town. Yeah, as far as I can tell, and of course they continue this kind of plot thread into the secret history of Mountain Point. Yeah, they continue in the very next trade. But the thing is, as far as I know, he's the only known superhero in DC Comics to actually become an elected official. Because, can you think of, Batman did, but that was like one issue. But I'm talking about as a regular status quo thing. Yeah, I would say the only character that's come close to that was Batgirl. Yes, Batgirl. Though she did it I believe she did it in the 70s. Yes, she was a congresswoman from Gotham. Yes. And this storyline is just so utterly fun and such an enjoyable read. Yeah, that's the thing about Guggenhim when you read his work. He's that damn good of a writer. He makes superheroes be interesting to read. And of course, we have Judah Master here, who's basically part of the roster now. I think she joined prior to this. I'm not sure. And so, basically, now the original base operations was destroyed, so they moved to a new base here in Mountain Point, which becomes the base operations for pretty much the rest of the series, up until pretty much the rest of this run before the relaunch. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, they fight a guy named Cypher, who tried to kill Green Lantern, and of course Obsidian really wants to kill him. Also, the Senator Ellington, yeah, he hates the JSA. And of course, when Jay Garrick confronts him, he rightfully told him, the last time I had a discussion with you, you branded us traitors because you wanted us to violate our constitutional right of privacy. He's like, there's no constitutional right of privacy. Yes, there is. This Senator is an utter moron. Yeah. I think he was simply created to basically create a sort of a rival, basically sort of a stumbling block for Jay Garrick. And here's the thing, he only talks to Garrick. He doesn't talk to anybody else at JSA. He doesn't talk to Mr. Terrific. He talks to nobody. Yeah. Also, one thing I appreciate, though, about this artist who does this book, Scott Nolans, another guy, awesome person. He does have a Wildcat that apparently the artist who did it previously, who did it under Bill Willingham's run, he apparently forgot to make him look like his costume look like a freaking cat. Yes. This looks like the Wildcat costume. The one of Bill Willingham's run didn't look like the Wildcat costume. It looked like very goofy looking. I wasn't really a big fan of it. I like this look better with the whole taped fist, the cat-like face. I like this better. This is classic Wildcat. Mr. Trivik doesn't do very much in this storyline, but I'm glad the fact he's there. And they even go like a bit of a flashback to when Jay Garrick and Alan Scott were in the military. And apparently they were given uniforms similar to their costumes. Even though if you read All-Star Squadron, they didn't exactly wear their costumes when they were in conflict. They basically went in regular uniforms, not specially designed costumes. My only guess is that was actually a bit of a retcon, though not an obvious one, unlike that stupid senator. Yeah. This storyline is really good, and it sets up the very next storyline, Mountain Point. And, yeah, here are the two trades that collect the 11-issue run for Marc Guggenhim. Yeah, only 11 issues. I'm like, really? Yes, I don't really know why that... Oh, I give this book roughly 9.5 out of 10. Yes. It looks like, though, when you read these two trades, it kind of seems as though we're supposed to have more story here. Like, this has the potential to be a longer series based upon how Marc Guggenhim wrote it. My only guess, the only reason why that it stopped at 54, and this is just my guess, because the New 52 had every single title that was not going to be relaunched get canceled just because. Yeah, 54 is a very odd number to end at. I mean, unlike, let's say, Just Like America, which ended at 60, which is an okay number to end at, but 54... Yeah, that was a strange number because if you look at like a lot of the titles that ended in 2011, there's a few who ended at good numbers, like Just Like America did, that ended at 60. Let's see, what else was it? But a lot of whom ended at really strange numbers, like Booster Gold ended at 47, Power Girl was 27, Batman 713. Superman and Wonder Woman titles ended at 714. Axe Comics ended at 904. Yeah, I'm not kidding about that. Let's see. Doom Patrol ended after 22 issues. Yes. And this series, 54. Yeah, it was like the year of series ending at very strange numbers. And I also kind of thinking we Red Robin and Batman and Robin, 26. Well, in the case of Batman and Robin, they got relaunched. While in the case of Red Robin, they got canceled. Yeah. But they also set up something. They also set up the whole thing with Lightning, basically her getting more in control with her powers. They kind of resolved that in the next trade. Yeah. But Guggenheim's run, in my opinion, is really good. And it kind of has that feel that I liked from the Jeff Johns run. Bill Willingham, I wasn't really a big fan of his stuff, especially his little internal conflict. But there's still one or a trade left that's part of the JSA trade collection, and that's Axis of Evil. So thanks to reviewing Supertown, I'm down to just two trades left. Justice League America, Axis of Evil, and Justice League America, Rise of Eclipso. And that's it. Those are only two trades left to review. And this run is done. And then move on to an ideal book, which technically these issues were published by Now Comics. The first 5 issues of Speed Racer. Yep, Speed Racer. Yeah, I know of this cartoon. I've watched some of it. It's a really good series. Very much serialized. Basically, you see him. It's basically what he is. He's a race car driver who also engages in fist fights. Yep. And he has some supporting characters. You have his father, which say in this series is his adoptive father. We also have Racer X, who is his brother Rex. Yes. And he has a little brother, and he has a girlfriend named Trixie, though she's not referred to as Trixie. It's just that, oh yeah, he has a girlfriend in here. Now, the first 3 issues are written by a writer, which I'm actually kind of familiar with. A writer by the name, actually first 4 issues, is Leon Sorzinski. Yeah, really good writer. Yep, I'm familiar with him thanks to his run for Just Like America. The initial 8-issue series, which actually was released in trade recently. Yeah, really good writer. The artists in here, the first 2 issues are done by Gary Washington. 3 is drawn by Jill Thompson. And of course, Gary Washington is coming up issue 4. And Jill Thompson by issue 5. And Brian Thomas takes over the issue for issue number 5. I don't really know exactly when these issues published. It's not even listening here, but yeah. If you're wondering what the interior artwork looks like for this series by Gary Washington, here it is. It is really good. Mostly put for these issues, the story for these issues is this. We mostly detail exactly how Speed Racer got his name and how he gets the car. It does mention about his death of his brother Rex, though he later became Racer X. It's a good start for this particular series, and it's a damn good read. And it's something, though, the IDW doesn't publish this series. They somehow got the license to reprint the comic published by Now Comics, which they also published Green Hornet books, and their Green Hornet books were actually really good. I know they also published the Mr. TNT Force series, and I don't remember what else they published, but some of the comics they published were actually pretty good. Yeah, this book, pure fun, loved it. Give this book a 9.5 out of 10. Really good. And would I be reviewing more Speed Racer trades? Possible, if I get my hands on them. Yeah. But I would think these issues probably published in the 80s because Now Comics was running throughout the 80s, so that's why I think these issues published. I haven't had a chance to take a look at. Also, I should point out something about the logo for IDW. It's the old logo for IDW. Yeah, it's the old logo, not the current one. This is the old logo, the one with the light bulb. Yeah, that was their original logo. Yeah, their new logo is actually just their letters. The light bulb was not there anymore. Yep, and this company's only been around since 1999. Yeah, so for 21 years we've had this company around, and they publish a lot of really good comics. I've read this at least about a good small chunk of their library of books. And IDW is known for publishing a lot of really good books like Transformers, G.I. Joe, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's a Star Trek line, which is really good. I've read a little bit of Doctor Who work. Mostly I read it for the crossover with Star Trek Next Generation, which the Tippins books was actually really good. They also did crossover with... Of course, they also did the crossover between the original series and Planet of the Apes. Really good crossover. And, of course, the Tippins also did the stuff with the Mirror Universe Next Generation, which was really good. Mirror Broken. Fantastic stuff. I've also read some of their Godzilla work, which is fantastic. Their X-Files work. Yeah. I would say I probably have read, since it's been around, I would say a good about 5% of the library. Or at least probably close about 5 to about 10%. Yeah. I've read a lot of IDW comic books, okay? So yeah, that's it for this particular review, and that's it for videos today. Tomorrow, expect to see reviews for Claymore, a Dragon Ball Z review discussing a special, and I think that'll be it. Yep, this next video. Bye.